Hey, Kuz, you spent a lot of time on the court tonight with THT and Montrez, and both of them had individual performances, right? Plus the collective. Just wondered what you thought of their game and how that boosted your unit there.
Trez was Trez, but THT had a hell of a game tonight, doing everything, getting downhill, getting into the paint. That's one thing that, we've really been trying to talk to him. I've been trying to talk to him about is, once he gets in the paint, he's probably, one of the, 2 or 3 best players to penetrate in the paint. And he's so gifted to, look weak side, look strong side, and hit guys. And he did a great job of that tonight, to having 10 assists and scoring as well. So.
We had you on the pregame show on Spectrum, and you were talking about how playmaking is kind of that one area where you still want to grow and improve with the rest of your game. And tonight you had a number of kind of nice setup passes on the interior. Was there anything that you were reading in the game that helped that along tonight?
I guess I just spoke it into existence. It's funny, but no, I was just, playing the game of basketball, just trying to make the right reads every time somebody came to me. Somebody stepped up, hitting Trez a couple times, and just trying to make the right basketball play every time down and, play winning basketball.
And since you had such a strong game and you won, can I ask you about the Airball tactical free throw?
Yeah, San Francisco had a 3.5 magnitude earthquake. And I don't know, I got scared and just went over to the far left.
Dan?
Well, that was going to be my question too, so that's not as fun. When a night like this, when the passing is so crisp, do you think that's contagious with the team?
Super contagious. It's just a fun brand of basketball, and that's the type of basketball we have to play while AD's out. I think that's one of the funner games we've had as a team this season, having, I don't know how many assists we had, maybe a plus 30 assists. And, it's just fun. Everybody's touching the ball, everybody's moving, and you can't really guard it. Anytime you have that many assists, you're probably going to win the game.
More to come on. I'd be remiss if we didn't mention his defense, because his first couple years, that's what everyone talked about. Can he defend on the perimeter? Can he switch? And you saw parts of that game getting better last year. This season, it's been a complete turnaround. He got switched on to Steph. Yeah. He did a great job on Steph. I mean, no one can guard Steph, but he did a good job of staying in front of him. You have to give him credit for how hard he's worked on that end.
And good job for the Lakers and Kuz for coming to that agreement before the season, giving him a 3-year extension for about $40 million. That hasn't even started yet. That kicks in next season, but already looking like a really good value for the Lakers. I'm sure Kuz is happy, too, to get his money. Like you said, Geet, becoming a real solid two-way player. Double-double threat almost every night, especially with AD out of that lineup.
I'm going to go to Vogel, but you look like you want to say something.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Okay. All right. The thing we talk about Kuz's defense, he's gotten so much better. But the one thing we don't talk about is he doesn't quit now defensively. That's why he's able to get those block shots. Before, he would kind of die when someone beat him and just look around like, what do I do? But now he's coming back to get that weak side block. So that's the way he is learning. He's learning how to keep playing. Don't quit.
By the way, Trez had 27 and 5. We haven't even had a chance to talk about him yet. Let's go hear from Frank Vogel. He's speaking with Mike in the media.
Hey, Frank, just want to ask you first about the ball movement. It seemed like there were a lot of extra passes up and down the roster. Was there anything you noticed about that as it evolved throughout the game?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what we've been preaching all year, to share the basketball, play for each other. I thought in particular tonight, when we got to the paint, we made better decisions than we've been doing the last few games. But we've been sharing the ball like this for some time. We just haven't been knocking down shots from the perimeter, and I think you saw that tonight, along with some other finishes at the rim.
Frank, the bench tonight was, obviously very effective and efficient. In theory, you should be shorthanded given the guys that were out, but having Kuz and THT and Trez there, anything with that trio specifically that you saw?
Well, they all played great. We sprinkled in a starter with the second unit, and we threw them off a little bit with the zone. Their second unit has been playing well, so we threw some zone at those guys and were able to go on a run in the second quarter. But Taylor, Kuz, and Trez all had terrific nights, scoring the ball, making the right plays, extra passes. and our whole group defended at a high level.
Just to focus on THT for a second, Frank, it seemed like there were a couple of weeks where he was a little down before the break, as you may expect. Is there anything that you've seen in his game or his mindset, over the break that had him get a kind of a breakout performance like tonight?
It's tough to say, and we're always on him just to make sure he's making great decisions in the paint. He's got a unique ability to get in the lane, and he's figuring out the length of the NBA game. When to go for his finish. He's got great English on his spin shots at the rim. But sometimes he forces in there, and we've been on him to just make sure he's making great decisions once he gets to the paint. So continue to live in the paint, and as you see with the 10 assists tonight, you saw he made great decisions.
Kyle? Yeah, Frank, just following up on that. Last year, obviously, Taylor played, and you sort of used his length defensively, and that was sort of the reason for a sub. Are you seeing more areas where you could trust him in a playoff series to play rotation minutes?
Oh, for sure. I mean, just the amount of minutes and, opportunity that he's gotten this year. He didn't have this under his belt last year. He joined us in the bubble. Basically haven't played most of the season in the G League, and had very little experience. So to throw him in there in a playoff series just showed the type of confidence I had in him. But it's a whole nother level now, of course, with him basically being a rotation player all throughout this season.
Dan?
Hey Frank, with Trez and the way that he gets his offense or can get some of his offense, how much of that is just feel with other players and kind of him finding spaces and other players kind of getting used to where he's going to be? And have you seen any growth in that maybe over the last 10 games or so?
Yeah, well, it's just one of those things that players have to learn each other. There's relationships that have to be built and grown throughout the course of the season, and I think our guys are learning that, and they're growing in that regard. And then he's got a unique ability to, like you said, to find space in the paint, and he's a great finisher, and he's a great catcher, of all types of pocket passes and extra passes that our guys are making. So he catches everything, finishes everything. So you saw what he had in terms of his performance tonight, 11 for 14. That's just indicative of what we're talking about.
Taylor, what got into the bench tonight? You, Trez, and Kuz especially just erupted. What were you seeing against this Golden State Warriors squad?
We just wanted to come out and be aggressive. Having guys out and, dealing with injuries, you got to have the next man up mentality. So just being able to come in, being aggressive and have some success was great for us tonight.
Yeah, you're missing Caruso in addition to the two starters with AD and Marc Gasol out. But focusing on the bench for a minute, what is it like playing with Kuz and Trez, two guys that can finish, of course, really well around the basket? Kuz can hit threes. A lot of firepower there for you to deal with.
It's great. It makes your job easier, as a ball handler and somebody that has the ball in their hand sometimes. So just being able to have those guys out there is it's a plus. And, I feel confident every time I'm out there with them.
All right, just the second game after the break now. What did you feel like the All-Star break did for you guys? It really looked like there was a lot of energy throughout the roster on this one.
It just gave us a break. We had the shortest, I feel like, turnaround, in history. So just being able to have them, the days off, gave us, a little break that we needed. So just being able to have that, it gave us some confidence coming into the second half of the season.
And then, Taylor, just for you individually, did you look at anything over the break or just talk to some of the coaches, look at some of the film from the first half and notice anything about your play that you're able to carry forward into tonight's game and then into the rest of the season moving forward?
Just, for the rest of the season moving forward, we just want to keep getting better. That's the main focus. So just being able to have the opportunity to get better around the great players that we have on our team is great for me in my career.
All right, Taylor, big 18-point, 10-assist, double-double tonight. We appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It's like choosing between your kids when everyone has such a good game. I'm looking at Trez's line. I'm looking at Kuz. We're talking KCP. LeBron with a triple-double. But since THT just talked to Trudell, let's discuss. 18 points, 7 of 10, 10 dimes. He goes double-double, 18 and 10, big game. I don't know. For me, that's his best. He was under control. He was aggressive. He got everyone involved. He hit shots. His best game.
He played the point. He played the point. He handled the ball well, under control.